Good evening, welcome to Glen Meditation. Today I'm going to talk about politics a little bit instead of nutrition or health things. But it all is all combined, you know. If we don't have healthy politics from the top down, then we have lots of health problems in our society. And what I'm going to talk about is the Joe Rogan Experience number 1295. And the guest was Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I know Tulsi is pronounced like that because of the plant in India that people eat the leaves from. But her last name is Gabbard, Gabbard or something like that. Anyhow, I was really impressed with her talk and her platforms, how she talked about giving the power back to the people and changing a lot of old sticky structures that are self-serving in the government. And I think it's a really important thing to be noted at this time is that we need to have an overhaul of a lot of old systems, and it's really important if you're a person that cares about the planet and health and the people that things are changed so that we don't have a top-down approach. So people who in power are imposing things on us and have it so that it's what the people want. So I know it sounds like a utopian idea, but it's interesting to hear someone who's actually running for president talk on these issues and try to talk about what it would be like to try to put money into things like fixing up the country and the U.S. focusing on their own problems rather than spending so much money meddling in other countries. And she was gutsy enough to come out and say the reason that they meddle in other countries is to secure financial gains like in oil. And I saw General Colin Powell say that years ago, that the U.S. military's thing he gave a speech in Australia or to the Australian people, basically saying that the main purpose of the military is to secure economic gains for the U.S. And this just isn't the right way for humanity. We need to be really aware in the next while of the things that are going to happen to us if we just sit back and don't take a stand on things and get involved on local community level plus government level, whatever way we can say. And she might be giving lip service as politicians give, but she's had a really good point that she is coming from service rather than personal interest. And that's basically what goes wrong with the world now, is that people get into power and then all the policies are self-serving and the public is getting affected in many negative ways to health and quality of life and stuff like this. So it's a big thing we need to push right now for people to get together and make the world a better place. You know, it sounds like a bit of a fairy tale, but it's worth trying, and my channel and everything is about trying to shed a light on things that we can do, and you'll see me making more videos on things that I think cause people to get sick. One thing I saw when I was a health practitioner, if you don't know, I was a chiropractor, is when I started off, you know, people were healthier generally. It was easier to help them with their health, and then after a while, they just came in with worse and worse health, and you saw it in children, and earlier and earlier the stress and other things starting to affect them, and it was hard to figure out, like, you know, like you just felt like you were mopping up after big problems, and then it seemed to affect you because people who are stressed, if you're around them, you seem to absorb a certain amount of stress yourself. And I definitely noticed, like, my last few years in practice, the amount of neurological problems that people had was just overwhelming. Like, the cases that came in were just like, so many people had neurological problems like Parkinson's and fibromyalgia, MS, lupus, so many things. So I think I really believe in the work of Gabor Mate, and if you watch some videos on, his name's Gabor and then his last name is Mate. If you watch some of his videos on how sick societies make sick people, it's good to go from there. But anyhow, I was really impressed with Tulsi Gabbard, and hats off to Joe Rogan for giving a voice to people like that and having dialogues. And I just thought that maybe people should have a look at the video. Anyhow, I'll put the links down in the description to the video. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.